and traffic conditions at the intersection.
Walter, when did they eliminate the whistle on Webster Avenue? We used to listen to that at 8 o'clock. If it blew twice, there was no school.
Yeah.
Something we would always listen for the
There's
whistle.
City Yard again. We're down at Huguenot and Main Street come together at the east end. That big traffic stand, that big concrete son of a gun.
Yeah, that was at the junction.
That gave a lot of work to the auto body people in Westchester County, that son of a gun.
Yeah, that's where the cars crossed over to go to Main Street. Because Main Street and Huguenot Street were two ways at that time.
Right.
Sure.
And all ever happened to that had a lot of paint. That's where we are, East Main Street.
Looking west.
Looking west. Let's see if they were coming yet, because we were looking east then.
Okay.
Now we're looking to the War Memorial.
There's the War Memorial, and
Soundview Chevy is right in back of them.
And McDonald's would be across the street
right on
from
the
the
left
War.
where that white building is. Now this is traffic conditions 1930.
Yeah.
Now to the left, will we see the Armory? I don't know if it was built then, or was it an empty lot?
I don't know.
That would give us an indication.
So you had to come up and then cross over to go up Main Street.
That's right. You bucked the traffic.
And there was no traffic light. So
I think there was a blinker there, wasn't there?
I think there was.
Judge, you'd have had a heyday giving tickets. Giving fun for hitting the stanchion. Main and Echo looking west, okay. Is that going west?
Yeah, I think that's looking east.
The gas station is on your left.
I think that's looking east, though, Walter.
No, we're looking west. We're looking where the Libret's is up on your left.
That's right. I see the incline there, the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll be looking east. Sure, we're looking down the hill.
That's right.
And that's
Beacon Hall on your right.
Beacon Hall is that beautiful apartment building. Old apartment with good rooms.
Oh, gosh. And you know, I used to deliver fish in that building, and if you wanted to reach an apartment house or contact somebody to pull down the dumbwaiter so you could make a delivery, they had a mouthpiece at the number, and you'd blow on that, and blow on it, put your mouth on and blow it, and it would activate a little siren in their kitchen. No electricity there. And yeah, the air, you'd blow with a little air.
Probably.
Main and Rose.
Back to Main and Rose. And there's a lot of trolleys.
Whalen Drugs. The father pulled the kid back.
And then up the street from there was Liggett's. And I was looking north on Rose Street.
Looking north on Rose, okay. Rochelle had one of its biggest and most tragic fires on Rose Street. I'm trying to think of the name. The Rose Street ran between Main Street and Huguenot.
What year was that?
On the right hand. Oh, I think in 1923 or 24. No, what you were saying about the whistle, fire whistle. The fire whistle was cut out for fire purposes, as your J.
Yeah.
When New Rochelle became fully paid, when they eliminated the volunteers, and Walter Jones became chief. Now we're looking on North Avenue because you see Huguenot Street then. This is north on Rose Street. And so that you wouldn't call the volunteers, he turned off the whistle. So the volunteers were never summoned.
Yeah. I think they used the whistle twice a
1928.
day. I think once at 8 a.m. and once at 6 p.m.
Well, it blew 8 and 6, and then it was used for emergencies, second alarms, etc., and for no school. And what was the signal for no school? Come on.
I think it was, wasn't it 2 toots?
No. It was 4 times 4. Four rounds, 4 times.
Oh, my goodness.
That was great. You listened for the...
Oh, yeah.
And that was synchronized with the bell on the tower at the Reliefs. The Reliefs was a company on Church Street. The building is still there, the tower is still there, but the bell from that fire station is now over on Harrison Street, right near the fire station.
There's City Hall up there. See the cupola up there on the right?
Cupola.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking west.
We're looking west on Main Street.
What number was that trolley? What letter was it?
I didn't catch that letter.
There's the ubiquitous policeman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old Lowe's.
Old Lowe's. I vaguely remember the Old Lowe's Theater.
Well, I'm much older than you, Tom.
Yeah.
I recall going there to see movies. There it was.
No, I never saw a movie in the Old Lowe's, I don't think.
You never did?
No.
Well, my father's fish store was up the street to the right on Main Street.
Well,
Now, that's the back of Clinton Place. See those
yes,
houses?
yeah, sure.
And then that's the other side of Clinton Place. Or 59 Locust, what you saw there.
Okay, there's Ferguson's again. I think. Oh, yes. Now, see how that trolley's going up Main Street? If you had a truck coming down, you had a problem.
You had to wait, because with the fire apparatus, even when I was on the job, you had to wait until they came to the double tracks in front of Lowe's Theater.
Yes.
There were double tracks. You'd have to wait until the trolley moved down onto one of the either side, and then we could pass with the fire apparatus. They were great days.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
They have these stanchions all over, these concrete stanchions. Now, where are we now?
We're coming out of Center Avenue, where the Harvey School, what's the name of it? The school?
Yes.
The old
Proctor building.
was looking west or north. This is a library. See the steps on the left?
Yes.
So we're looking down. Those traffic stanchions were popular.
Yeah, they sure were. A good time. Yeah, the library's on the left, and this fellow's trying to make a left turn into Pintard Avenue.
The truck, yeah.
Yeah, the truck.
These guys are going left up Huguenot.
West Main.
West Main and Huguenot, looking east. Okay.
There we are.
This we saw before.
That's right. The library's on the right.
Right.
And we're standing right around Webster Avenue.
Right away, because there's double tracks there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask, there's a J trolley.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I recall some of the old trolleys had no front windows. The motorman stood on a front platform
Outdoors.
open to the
And
wind,
in
the
the
cold,
winter
the snow.
time, the only way they could keep warm was they'd take newspaper and tie themselves newspaper
Put it
over
under the
for
coats?
Yeah, for insulation.
To keep the wind from penetrating.
Yeah. So there's no heat or anything. Who needed heat?
Who needed heat?
There we are. We're back to Main and Center.
Yeah. You know, they look much better then.
Yes.
It doesn't look bad now.
No?
Maybe it's because we were younger, Tom.
That could well be. When we look at everything in perspective.
There's a 26 or a 27 Buick on the left.
Those trolley cars were everywhere. Well, it was our means of transportation.
Do you remember the demise of the trolleys in 1950?
Yes.
Were you on council then?
No.
Because we had a big celebration. The fire department participated.
No,
the
I
last
didn't.
ride.
Walter, I didn't go on the council till 1973.
Was it? I'd see.
Yeah.
I'm getting older, Tom.
Yeah.
My memory is not that good.
You're not into it. Looking north on Division.
There's Charlie Gotch's.
We're back to Division Street.
Dedication of the new $350,000 post office by Mayor Harry Scott is the climax of a week's celebration as New Rochelle marks its 250th anniversary. New York City's Postmaster Goldman, representing Postmaster Farley, officiates at the cornerstone laying, assisted by Vice Mayor Eric Morsch of La Rochelle in France. Commemorating the landing of the Huguenots in 1688, civic organizations pay tribute to the memory of their forefathers, with a parade led by the Grand Marshal, Public Safety Director Philip S. Tilden. Governor Herbert Lehman is in the reviewing stand with guests, officials, and celebrities as the parade swings down Main Street. all nationalities and all religions contributed to the progress and success of the Queen City of the South. And today, all are bound by the common ties of citizenship in a great city and a great nation. Another element in the progress of the city is represented. And here's proof New Rochelle abandoned horse and buggy methods 30 years ago. New Rochelle college girls recalled the emphasis put on education by the Huguenots. And so the city, the state, and the nation pays tribute to the refugees who founded a great community and to its 250 years of progress.
Walter, this has really been great. Going back through the streets of New Rochelle and watching these old trolley lines. And I'm glad I have the fire commissioner, Walter Bell, with me, because you had to know every street, alley, and everything in New Rochelle to get your equipment around later on. But one thing I didn't see, Walter, that I didn't see Lawton Street. I didn't see the old police station and the old city court where Chris Murphy used to reign, across the street from Patty O'Neill's saloon, where Bill O'Shaughnessy had his first St. Patrick's Day bash 35 years ago or so.
Well, Tom, I, like you, are townies, as they say. You were born and brought up in New Rochelle, went to high school a couple of years later than I. I, too, was born in New Rochelle, went to high school, all through the schools. I'm very fortunate that I had an opportunity to work with the fire department. They were great days.
Yes,
and,
yes, they were.
Tommy, I've known you for so long. I'm talking with Judge Thomas O'Toole, retired Judge Thomas O'Toole, who was with City Court in New Rochelle for many, many years, and then a councilman. So we went to high school after I.
Walter, looking back in World War II, we took a very heavy hit in New Rochelle. Do you remember the sinking of the Juno, the USS Juno, November 15th, 1942? It was sunk off Guadalcanal, and the 5 Sullivan brothers were on that ship, and two young men from New Rochelle.
Is that right? I was not aware of
it. Oh, yeah. Tierney, Johnny Tierney, and Billy Hackle, captured in the Philippine Islands. And I believe his ship was sunk. He was a prisoner of war going from Philippines to Japan. And his fellow that worked under you in the police department later on, my cousin.
Oh, okay.
He was on a different ship, and he made it to Japan, and he was a prisoner of war of the Japanese all during the war.
Bob McMillan is your cousin, huh?
Yeah, sure. He's a
great guy.
The D'Onofrio boys, 3 first cousins were killed. Jimmy was killed in India. He was in the Air Force. Charlie was killed in Italy, and Peter was killed as a prisoner of war going from the Philippines to Japan. We named the park. We named the park in the south end.
D'Onofrio Park.
D'Onofrio Field in their honor. And the D'Onofrio family gathers there every Memorial Day, and we have a little ceremony in the morning and a family picnic there in the afternoon.
A lot of sacrifices.
Yes.
Pitt Skipton, he lived up on Summit Avenue, right behind Mayflower School.
I didn't know him.
And he was not a coin collector, numismatist, is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Coin collector? And he's the one that had the coin cast for the 1938 250th.
Brower, was he the first city manager?
I believe he was.
Philip S. Tilden, I remember him.
Yes, he appointed me to the fire department.
He was $1 a year man.
$1 a year.
Yeah, that's
he
all
loved
I wanted.
fire and police, and he had money enough so he didn't have to work.
Chief of Police Frank Birmingham.
I recall him.
Yeah. I remember the Birminghams. Yeah. SS Normandy and Birmingham.
You speak French, Tom?
No.
You do well with this.
But I have been to La Rochelle. I
you
went
haven't?
over there for the centennial about 10 years ago. Beautiful little city. That's the Normandy.
Yeah, that's the one that sunk in 1943. Dockside in New
Yeah.
York City. One of the
Too much
largest-
water, wasn't
One of the
there?
largest fire operations ever in the city of New York.
Wasn't LaGuardia in charge? More water,
He
put
may
so
have
much
been, I
water
don't
on
know.
it, sunk
Anyway, it
the
sank.
ship.